Hi, kindergarten
Hi,
friends.
guys.
It's Miss Rachel and Mrs. Horner, and we are visiting you at home these couple of days. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. So, today we are going to work on a story called Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? And we're going to talk about how we have daily happiness with ourselves and how we can do that. Okay?
Yep. So we're going to read our story about Have You Filled a Bucket Today? Mrs. Horner's going to read for us. And then parents and students, we're going to show you how to fill a virtual bucket afterwards. So I'm going to step over a little bit so Miss Horner can have the whole screen here to show you all the awesome pictures.
All right, guys. So again, this is called Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? So I'm going to put my mask down so you can hear me just a little bit better, okay? And it says, all day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it is there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full, and you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So, how do you fill a bucket? Fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That is bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Many people who dip have an empty bucket, and they may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad, so why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with them. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money and it doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So, why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I am going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you.
All right, guys. I just love that story.
I do too.
So we are going to switch our screen over so we can give you directions about how to do your virtual bucket filling activity. All right, so kindergarten friends and family, to do our virtual activity to go with our Have You Filled a Bucket Today story, you're going to go to our communication hub here at Clinton Massey Elementary School. You should probably already be there. I'm sure the teachers have given you a link to this. And you're going to come straight down here on the sidebar to the Guidance Counselor tab. And once you get here, we're going to scroll down till we get to our kindergarten social skills lesson. And we are going to click our virtual link here for Fill a Bucket virtual activity. So we're going to click this together here, and it's going to take us to our virtual activity and load it up for us. And then we're going to click Get Started. Parents, when you click this button, it probably won't show it on mine, but you will need to enter an email. This is just so we know it's completed. You can enter your teacher's email. So an example would be if your teacher is Mrs. Woods, all of our emails are our first name dot our last name at cmfalcons.org. So if your teacher is Mrs. Woods, it would be stacy.woods@cmfalcons.org. Okay, so if it asks for an email, you are welcome to put your teacher's email in there. All right, and the first thing we need to do is put our name. So students, you can help your parents to type your name in here. Make sure you put your first and last name, and then you're going to hit next here. And then we want to think about ideas that we can do for how we can fill someone's bucket.
Yes.
So we have some different fields on here that you can fill in. The first one, you can actually type things in that you would like to do to fill someone's bucket. So Mrs. Horner, what's something we could type in here? How could we fill someone's bucket?
I would say you could take out the trash for Dad.
Take the trash out for Dad. I think another one would be play with my younger sibling.
Oh, yes, I like that.
Some of you have younger siblings at home. That not only fills your younger siblings' bucket, but it also fills your parents' bucket because you help them out whenever you do that too. So you can type as many things as you want in there. Or what you can do is you can add some images. So Mrs. Horner and I were thinking before we did ours, man, what are some things we could do that we can find pictures of? So we went ahead and we searched in Google some things that we could do to fill a bucket. And we saved those images to our computers, families. And then now we can go into our computer and you'll see funny faces of Mrs. Horner and I there. But for our first one, we're going to upload an image. So we're going to click Upload Your Image, and we're going to choose the image from our desktop or our one of our stored files here of something we found online that we think is a great way to fill someone's bucket. How about this one first?
I like
so we found this image, and we think a really nice way to fill someone's bucket. So we're just going to select it here. is we think it's really nice to say hello to your bus driver if you ride the bus in the morning to school. So just being able to say hi to them just fills their bucket because they're just so happy to see you guys when they pick you up. Another thing that we found that we thought would be a really good way to fill a bucket is helping our parents do the dishes. So when our parents make us yummy, delicious meals, there's usually dishes that need to be done afterwards. And sometimes we can fill mom or dad's bucket just by helping them to rinse off our plate, maybe putting in the dishwasher, or helping them, getting a chair out and helping them to do those dishes. And then too, so for our images on our bucket, we can also do a capture image here. That's where you see Mrs. Horner and I's funny faces from an activity we did before. But one way that we know fills people's buckets around us is just a simple smile.
A simple smile.
So we are going to, look at, puts
there we
up
are.
a little camera there for us to take a picture. So we're going to take our mask down really quick to take a cheese picture. And we're going to add that to our bucket too. So just smiling at people, giving them eye contact and a big smile just makes them feel warm and fuzzy inside, and it makes us feel good too. It fills our bucket to fill theirs. So we've added some ideas here about how Mrs. Horner and I could fill someone's bucket today and every day. We can't wait to see what you and your parents come up with for ideas of how to fill a bucket. And remember on this, you can either write them in, you can do the pictures like we did, or you can do both. It's totally up to you and your family what you'd like to add in your bucket there. We can't wait to see you guys next week, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your virtual days. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, whenever you are finished, hit done. Sorry about that. And then it will make sure that it sends it to Mrs. Horner and I. Okay? All right. So we sent that on. All right, guys. We will see you later.